Hey guys, and welcome to GrowerCoach.com. Ken Salvail here today, and just looking at a couple things here that I think are pretty important as far as growing plants and getting things started. We're actually on New Year's Eve today, so 2020. So Happy New Year to everybody. And just wanted to show you this heating pad. And these are readily available at your local garden centers. You can see sort of what it looks like. It's just basically like a sheet. It's got a plug in on the one end of it here. But this is one of the things that really makes gardening fun and interesting, just because it actually speeds up the process for everything, from doing cuttings or from planting seeds. The temperatures on these are typically preset. This one doesn't really have any temperature settings on it, so I'm pretty sure they would be typically running at about 78 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that, and somewhere in that range, plus or minus a little bit. Typically you might put this on a tabletop, maybe with a thin wooden base, like a small sheet of plywood or something. And we get that nice warm base. Sometimes you might even cover it with a thin layer of maybe a fabric of some sort, something that wouldn't burn at first. Whenever you use something like this, you just try it out for a while and see how it goes. See if it's getting too hot, or if maybe it's you know, I don't think it would ever melt anything. I don't think they quite get that hot, but it's a great investment. Plants and seeds and things, whatever you're growing, even some types of tropical plants, they love the heat to get going in the springtime. So if you were to sit a pot onto this and give that nice bottom heat into that tray or into a pot of some sort, it would be really nice. The plant would really enjoy that, and the roots would get going really nicely. But for doing cuttings, it's pretty important. One of the secrets to doing cuttings is having a nice warm base, so that the cutting itself, where it's stuck in the soil, nice and toasty warm, again between probably 75 78 degrees Fahrenheit, and then cool tops. So if the top of the plant, the top of the cutting is too warm, if it's excessively warm, then it needs more moisture, it needs more water and whatnot to keep it going. And of course, we've got a cutting, it has no roots, so it's going to struggle a little bit under these conditions. So what we do is we put the heat on it right away, and that helps to stimulate those the cells within those cuttings to get going and get going quickly. And the other thing you can do with cuttings is you can put a little bit of maybe even a little bit of cellophane or plastic over top of the plants, or you can grow them in one of these trays that has a cover on it. I'm not sure if you can see that, but they work pretty well. And anything to keep the humidity high, the top's a bit cool, and the roots nice and toasty warm, or the base of the cutting. Seeds are similar. Seeds need nice moist conditions, but they need heat in order to get going, or a little bit of warmth. So with seeds, when you use a heating pad like this, you'll put the seeds into your trays and you set them on the heating pad, and they'll really germinate quickly. So you'll get things happening literally within about 5 to 10 days. You've got your seeds germinating. But the key with using heating pads is that as soon as those seeds germinate and you start to see the seed leaves coming up, it's time to get them off the heating pad. Other than plants like, say, basil, which would just love the heat forever and ever, most plants, they really don't want it excessively hot during the seedling stage, or else they'll just stretch and they'll grow too quickly. Having a good light source is really important. It's a critical part of it. Where I'm sitting here, you can see out the window that it's cold and miserable out there and snowy. And of course, we have some grow lights here, which is actually the only light I'm using right now, is just some of my fluorescent grow lights. But those are certainly useful as well when you're starting things really early. We've got the natural light that comes in, but we're supplementing it with some grow lights as well. So that puts the whole package together. If you have a simple grow light setup and have a nice heating pad, these heating pads, you probably have an investment of around $50 to pick up a heating pad. Sometimes you'll see them on sale. I actually saw some that were on sale for about $25, which I thought was really reasonable. I think that this is a nicer variety. This one is called Planter's Pride, and I'm not gaining anything from promoting this product, but this one is brand new, so we're going to implement it. Like I said, it is New Year's Eve today, so we're looking forward to a strong 2021 and getting some seeds growing here fairly soon. Generally, early stuff will get started about around the middle of January. That's typically about as early as you would go with just about any plants. There's not too many things you get started earlier than that. So that's it for today. Thanks very much for tuning in. I hope that I have earned your subscription today. So thanks so much for tuning in, and remember to check back for more videos in the near future. Thanks again. Happy New Year.